Men talking to men, okay, they shouldn't be, secretly taped, I might point out, okay? Or let men talk to men as they want to talk to men, okay? Women should talk to women as they want to talk to each other, okay? Men should be totally free, okay, to say whatever. Men boast, okay? This is the way men taunt and boast. That's the way men bond, okay? All right? I mean, it's been going on for centuries. I think it probably increases testosterone, okay, by triggering the power of imagination, okay? This is like, it's been well known throughout history, okay? All right? That's a primary form of male interaction. Now, why I love the Real Housewives series, okay, and Gloria Steinem does not, okay. Gloria Steinem has said, oh, it's horrible, the way it shows women. Real Housewives shows the reality, okay, of women's communication system, okay. Now, it's like a work of anthropology, okay. Every time I see a Real Housewives episode, I feel I am an anthropological explorer, okay, of the world of women, because it's the way women are talking to each other, and now and then they'll allow the men, in that show, to comment on the way the women are speaking. Just like 2 weeks ago, okay, you had this policeman, the boyfriend of Vicky, okay, in Real Housewives of Orange County, saying to the other men, the women, they just go on and on about their feelings, like all the time, and it's like men aren't like that. The women just go over and over and over the feelings. And so it's like men, they can have like a fist fight in a bar, and then get right up and have a beer with each other. Okay, we're simple. Okay, I want yes, that's it. Okay, all right, that's exactly the difference. Okay, the women. Okay, I noticed this early on in soap opera. I've always been a fan of soap operas because of this, going all the way back to TV and before that to radio. Okay, I've been attentive to soap operas my whole life, and the way the women, okay, it's a motif that keeps appearing in soap opera. Something will happen, okay? It could be like a clash, okay? It could be a problem, whatever it is. And the whole thing, the whole show is about nothing but the women telling another woman, and that woman telling another woman, and then that woman asking, what did that woman say when you told her that before that? And then that woman comparing with the other one. And I believe this is a survival, an anthropological survival of the actual conversational circles of the agrarian era, okay, when the women were at the hearth, okay, all those. This is the way women have always talked. They go over and over and over, and they're very. In fact, and my father used to say, okay, that he couldn't follow the conversations of women. He said that he would hear, my mother and us and other female relatives talking, and he said women never finish their sentences. He said, how do you know what you're talking about? And it's absolutely true. Okay, like you go back and forth with a woman and say, did he see that? Did she know that then that he? Yeah. Oh. Yeah. And how about? And when she came in, was she wearing the? Oh. Like, all right. So I mean, so here's the point. This is why I would never want to change sex, okay? Because I would be excluded, okay, from the world of women's conversation, okay? The only men who are ever permitted to enter that zone are gay men, okay? Gay men are great in it, okay, and so on, all right? So for women there's a lot of trouble right now where women are coming home from their jobs, and the man's coming home from his job, and they're living in this nuclear unit, okay, with each other, and the woman wants to talk. The man doesn't want to talk. He wants to read the newspaper or get on the way and turn on the sports or whatever. Okay, all right. So there's this pressure on men. Why can't you communicate with it? Men don't have to communicate, okay? In fact, it was absolutely wrong. A man is a hunter, okay, out there, they're waiting for the prey, okay? They mentioned chattering and talking, okay? They've got to be quiet and silent, okay? So men have they don't have all the speech thing. And now, so it interests me how skillful gay men are, okay, with this conversation. What does that stem from? I'm not sure what, okay? But the best conversationalists I've ever known have been gay men, okay? They have incredible conversation, okay? All right, practically no heterosexual man that I've ever met, okay, has that perceptiveness, okay, the intuitiveness, okay, and the conversational facility of gay men, okay. And so that's a great mystery to me. Okay, I don't know. I'm not sure what it suggests, whether it's something that's coming from nature or culture, okay. But there's no doubt that the conversational style of heterosexual men, okay, is very brusque and just the facts, ma'am, and so on, right? And they regard as tedious and mind-boggling the intense interest that women have in emotions, okay, and also another thing, okay. Here's another thing. All right, that I really began noticing when I went to Brazil, okay, and that is that women dress for other women. You know, I'm talking about the fashionable women. Women don't dress for men. Okay, men know nothing. You know, they're like, oh, you look nice. Okay, that's it. Okay, only gay men would know. Okay, whether no, that those are out now. Okay, and so on. All right, if women dress for other women, and I began. It was in Brazil. I noticed. Okay, and I really am noticing it. That when women get together for a party and they're out, you know, it's a fancy thing and so on, it's the women who comment to each other. You look gorgeous, okay, and so on. And they're dressed, they lose status with the women, okay. Now I noticed in Brazil where when the women, you know, embracing each other on air and interviewers, interviewees, go, linda, beautiful, beautiful. And I went, wow, this is a transcultural, transnational, transglobal thing, okay? That women are very keyed to the persona, that women are always assessing other women, not necessarily as competition for themselves, okay? But in terms of their appearance in ways that men do not demand, okay? Men do not have, you know, that kind of micro attentiveness to women's fashion, okay, and so on. So I think this is one other reason I love Real Housewives, because you see this again and again and again, every single show. Everyone's arriving, and there's a lot of attention paid. The cameras know, stay on that. The moment when the women see each other, oh, look, love it. Oh, great. Oh, love those shoes. Oh my God, so gorgeous. Oh, that bracelet. Look at her necklace. Okay, and so on. I love that. All right. So there's certain key things I think that recur. You know, over the centuries, over the millennia, you know, that really do in some way belong to the genders, essentially, I hate to say, okay, that there is something essential, okay, there. You know,